This is round 4, just the beginning, to show you how to do that for my Daisy Scrubby. So you're going to start with a slip knot on your crochet hook, and then what we're going to be doing is we just did our slip stitches all the way around, and in round 3 we worked our slip stitches into the front loop, which left this back loop open. We're going to be working this round 4 into those back loops that we did not work into for round 3. So with our slip knot on our hook, we're going to go ahead and join with a slip stitch to that back loop from round 3. So I'm inserting my hook into that back loop. Whoops. And going all the way through. So I just joined with a slip stitch, and now I'm going to insert my hook into the next stitch in the back loop only, and I'm going to yarn over and draw that through and up, and now we have 2 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and bring that yarn through both of those loops. So we just made a single crochet over those 2 stitches, and we want to do a total of 6. So what we're going to do is we're going to work a single crochet on top of those. So we're going to insert our hook into this here front loop of the stitch that we just made. We're going to yarn over, bring that yarn through that front loop only. You still have 2 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over and go through those 2 loops. So that's a total of 2 now, and we want to do 6 of them. So we're going to do that again. Insert your hook into this loop in front, yarn over, bring that yarn through and up. You have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and complete that single crochet. So that's 3. We're going to do that again. So insert your hook into that front loop only, yarn over, bring that through and up. You have 2 loops, yarn over and go through those 2 loops. So that's 4. Again, insert your hook into that front loop only, yarn over, bring that through and up. You have 2 loops, yarn over, go through both of those loops. That is 5. We want to do 1 more, so insert your hook into the front loop only, yarn over, bring that through and up. You have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and go through both of those loops, and that is a total of 6. And now we want to work down, and we're going to work a slip stitch into each of those. So we're going to go into the base right here, right underneath where that front loop is coming out of. We're going to insert our hook there and work a slip stitch. So 1, and you can turn your work, it makes it easier. There's our next little space. So this is 2. There's our next 3. This is 4. And this is 5. And our 6th one will be at the base where we started from. So we're going to insert our hook into the same stitch that we came out of on the yellow and slip stitch. And we're going to leave that loop on, and we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch in the back loop there. We're not going to slip stitch, I'm sorry. We're going to insert our hook and draw up a loop. And now we have 2 loops on our hook, and we're going to repeat what we just did here with this petal. So we're going to yarn over and go through those 2 loops, and we want to make a total of 6, and this was our first single crochet. So we're going to insert our hook again in the front loop only, yarn over, bring that through and up. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, go through both of those, and that is 2 stitches. We're going to insert our hook again in that front loop only, yarn over, bring that through and up, yarn over, go through both loops. That's 3 stitches. Again, insert your hook under that front loop only, yarn over, bring that through that front loop only. You have 2 loops, yarn over and go through both loops. That's 4. Again, we're going to insert it under that front loop, yarn over, bring that through and up, yarn over, go through both of those. That's 5. 1 more, insert your hook under that front loop, yarn over, bring that through, and up, yarn over, go through both of those loops. And that is 6. And now we want to do our slip stitches all the way down. So we're going to do our first one at the base of where this front loop is. So right there is that space. We're going to work our slip stitch. So 1, there's our next space, 2, this is 3, 4, number 5, and then our 6th one will be at the base of the flower. And then we're going to insert our hook into the next stitch, the back loop only, and bring up a loop. And you have 2 loops on your hook. And again, we're going to repeat by yarning over, going through those 2 loops, and then we're going to continue and do our total of 6 single crochets on top of each other, completing these little petals. And you're going to do this all the way around to the end, and you should have 12 petals when you get to the end. And I will see you guys at the end to join our petals together. We are at the end of round 4, and now we want to put our working yarn behind our work, pull up this loop and take it off of our crochet hook, and then we're going to take our crochet hook and we want to join from behind. So we're going to insert our crochet hook into that first slip stitch that we did from behind. So insert your crochet hook from the back to the front, then turn your work, and then you're just going to grab that loop that was on your hook, take that loop and pull it through like so. And then if you look, you'll see it's not very noticeable where you joined, which is what we want. And if you didn't want a hanging loop, this is where you would fasten it off. If you do want a hanging loop, then you're just going to go ahead and you want to pull your working yarn, because you don't want this loop on your hook to be super big. And this is where you can chain a total of 7 or however many you prefer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then I would just join with a slip stitch right here at the base of that, just to form a nice little circular hanging loop, and then fasten that off and weave in your ends. And that is it for our cute little daisy. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so very much.